Welcome to Toffee TV. Everton fought out a 1-1 draw with Arsenal at Goodison Park on Saturday lunchtime. It meant the Blues have only lost twice in the 12 games that David Moyes has been in charge of since returning back to the football club in January. Everton 15 points clear of any relegation worries now. And, you know, listen, Arsenal, we've had Liverpool who were top on Wednesday. We had Arsenal who was second on Saturday, and Everton have give both of those sides a game. I think further evidence that Moyes has got the structure the players are brought into it. Clearly we need better players, more players moving forward in the summer, certainly in forward areas. But the manager was asked for his thoughts on the game. This is what he had to say.
Really satisfied. We didn't start well, but we showed a little bit more in the second half, which got us back in the game. But no, it's been a difficult week. Team at the top of the Premier League, team who's second in the league. And I think we've given them both decent games.
What have you learnt about your players in those two games?
Well, probably I'm beginning to understand them a lot more. I think they've got great resilience, the players here. You know, they stick at it, they're very committed. We were all disappointed and angry with each other at half time because we started slowly, sluggishly, and made mistakes which we didn't think we would do. So we sort of tried to sort that out. Tactically, we just made a slight change in how we were going to try and press Arsenal, because we'd found it a struggle in the first half to get the ball off them at times. But we got a bit better in the second half, and great credit, we were able to get a point out of it.
There you go. The draw certainly gave David Moyes more comfort in. He's been very reluctant, hasn't he, to sort of talk too much about next season and being in the Premier League. Keeping that, doesn't want to get above himself, and obviously doesn't want the players to sort of take the foot off the pedal. And that's come through a few times when people have asked him about the new stadium, and he said he won't visit the new ground till he feels that Everton are safe. Well, guess what? He said he's going to go this week when asked about it. So this is what David had to say about Everton's new stadium.
Nearly done. I'm saying here, obviously mathematically we're not safe yet, but I'm hoping to take a visit to the stadium this week, which would indicate that I think that we're pretty close. So I want us to keep getting ready now for Premier League football, and I know I've got a bit to do, and I hope I'm not speaking too.
There you go. So we'll report when he goes down there. I'm sure Everton will put it out as well. But that was further evidence that David is now satisfied where Everton are. And that was obviously before the Ipswich Town game at the weekend. That was just about to kick off when Moyes done his press conference. They were leading 1-0 against Wolves, ultimately lost the game 2-1. So make sure that Everton were 15 points clear of relegation, so only 7 games to play. The manager obviously feels confident and comfortable enough to now go and pay his first visit to the new Everton stadium. It was the last ever game at Goodison Park between Everton and Arsenal, the two longest serving clubs in the top flight. Mikel Arteta, of course, played for Everton for 5 years, wasn't it? Had some good memories playing at Goodison Park, and it was his last time managing at Goodison Park. He was asked about it after the game. This is what he had to say.
Well, I think the Premier League has got a reputation all over the world for places like Goodison Park. I think that makes unique the Premier League, so it's going to be very strange. I understand it's the evolution of football, of a football club, but this is very much part of the history of this league. And when you want to describe somebody from abroad, how is the Premier League looks like, is it go to Goodison Park and experience it. And unfortunately, in a few months, we're not going to have that again.
There you go. There you go. Well said, Mikel. Everton today been linked with a move for Feyenoord defender David Hanko. He's a left-footed centre-back and also play left-back as well. He's a Slovakian international, 27 years of age. So far this season, he's played 26 times for Feyenoord, scored 3 goals and got 1 assist. He's won 50 caps and scored 5 goals for Slovakia. He was part of Arne Slot's Feyenoord winning team from a couple of years ago. He's valued at around €30 million. Everton have apparently watched him on a number of occasions and seem to be quite impressed with him. He looks like a good player. The Blues looking now, obviously, for the towards the summer, trying to start getting some players talking to players, start getting some targets tied down. Certainly, Everton have got quite a few identified. The work can have a bit more confidence in it now. I think where we are, we can start doing that earlier, which is a huge help, of course. And following on from that, reports today in Germany that Everton are interested in Freiburg midfield player Merlin Roll. The 22-year-old has impressed David Moyes, stands at around 6'3", can play in central midfield as well as wide as well. He's played 54 times for Freiburg, scored 3 goals, and he first apparently came to David Moyes' attention when they played West Ham United in Europe. So Moyes has kept tabs on him ever since. He was linked with Everton in the summer, I think. But obviously Everton and Moyes still interested in him. So that's doing the rounds in Germany today, saying he'd be available for around £25 million as well. And finally, and this one has caught the eye of a few people today, and that is Everton linked with a move for Ipswich Town striker Liam Delap. He scored 12 goals in the Premier League this season. He seems certain to leave Portman Road. Ipswich looking like they may well be relegated now this season. He's apparently got a £40 million release clause in his contract he signed from Manchester City last summer. He's been in good form this season. Quite a few teams keeping tabs on him. But David Moyes and Everton's coaching staff very impressed with Delap apparently, and they've identified him as someone to come in and lead the line for Everton. Everton, of course, look as though they're going to lose Dominic Calvert-Lewin this summer. Armando Broja is only on loan. No decision made on what happens with him at the moment. And obviously Beto continually linked with a move back to Italy. So it sort of seems to make sense that Everton are trying to identify another centre forward, and that is, according to quite a few reports over the weekend and again today, that is Liam Delap of Ipswich Town. So we'll wait and see there. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel if you want more videos. Why don't you become a Premier member? The link is in the description. QR code's on the screen now. See you later.